All right, please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Yes, sir. My name is Eric Jerome Thomas, DOC number 345-093.
All right, Eric, my name is Brendan Kelsey. Along with me is Ms. Cheryl Renata. Ms. Pete Freeman will be your panel. Explain the process to you, read some information to the record, have a parole interview. Ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
You have some guests here that'll speak at the appropriate time. Carrie Myers, Felicia Thomas, Melvin Thomas, Jacqueline Thomas, Malcolm Thomas. And we'll have a few of those guests will speak at the appropriate time. Eric Thomas, DOC number 345-093. You're a first class offender, parole eligibility date 3/20/2023, good time 9/23/2041, full term 3/19/2092, 99-year sentence. Commutation of sentence to 99 years by Governor Edwards. And that's for second degree murder and attempted second degree murder. And that was signed on August the 1st. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Would you answer Mr. Freeman's questions, please?
Okay, Mr. Thomas, how old are you?
I'm 49 years old.
Okay, and how long have you been in jail on this offense?
I was arrested in 1993, March of 1993.
Okay, so probably around 31 years, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm looking, we reviewed your case before and the pardon voted to grant after you served, well, to be recommended to party grant after you served 30 years. So you have done 31. Tell me what happened and tell me the truth. Now, I mean, you read this arrest report and I can't get hide nor hair out of it. It bounces all over the place. Something about a girlfriend and then something about an argument and then the shooting. So what was it really all about?
Well, what happened was I was invited to a party by a couple of friends, two brothers, Ricky Collins and Tim Collins, that night. As I arrived at the party, we were having a good time, just doing normal things that, young teenagers do. We was having a good time. And what happened was one of the guys that Ricky and Tim knew came over, and he had a girlfriend that was actually living at that apartment at the time, but she had left and she had gone away with someone else. And when Mr. Smith came over, he was upset about it, and one thing led to another, and we had a few words or whatever, and the landlord lady that owned the place told us to leave because we were making too much noise. And when we left and went outside, it was raining, and the brothers knew Mr. Smith, and so they just asked him to give us a ride because it was raining. Okay, we all got into the vehicle, and at that time, Mr. Smith was still upset about his girlfriend leaving and everything. And one thing led to another. We had words back and forth a little bit. I didn't know him at all myself. That was my first time seeing him, but they had met him before. They knew him, the brothers, and one thing led to another. And I just got agitated and aggravated with the situation. And we started kind of pretty much arguing back and forth a little bit. I said, well, look, I'm ready to get out the vehicle, and it ended up, the vehicle stopped, and I just acted off of impulse, actually, towards him for, we was raising our voice back and forth arguing. And I did the most stupidest, senseless thing at that time. And I pointed the weapon at him and I shot him and I killed him, basically for no reason.
Okay, so he wasn't going for a gun or nothing. It was just an argument, and you kind of lost your head and you shot.
I just
You
lost.
drinking on drugs that night?
Well, I was using, but I can't use that as an excuse for me to do what I did. I killed him, and he didn't deserve to die like that.
And what kind of drugs do you use?
Only I drank a little alcohol and I smoked a little weed. That was it. I wasn't on anything that,
You
really
ever got any treatment for any of that? You took any classes in Angola for that?
Yes, sir, I did. I completed substance abuse living in balance 2018. And, since then, I've been doing everything that I can to make sure I keep my head on the right track. I've been working diligently within my community at Camp F, Trustee Camp, where I'm a line server. I work in the kitchen, and I'm developing a pretty nice relationship with some of the guys back there as well. And we pretty much help each other at Camp F, keep ourselves on the right track and stay out of trouble. So.
Okay. The mother had no comment. An aunt is opposed. The sister, Glenda Smith, is opposed. Sammy Collins, Ricky's father, is opposed. You have some law enforcement opposition. Your family is in support. You've taken a bunch of classes. Let me just ask you about a couple of them. I see that you did tier walker training.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did you do with that?
Well, in the tier walker training, what you do is they allow you to go on the tiers within the cell blocks, and you're basically there to make sure that if anything takes place that you notice with one of the guys or whatever, they need assistance or something is going wrong that you notice, you actually let the security officers know that something's not right with this person or this individual or whatever. And then they come in and they assess the situation and everything and make sure that everything gets under control.
Okay, and you work on the rodeo committee. You got a award for your farm animal work. A lot of other certificates and CPR and stuff like that. You've had 58 write-ups, but they all occurred before 2008. What changed in 2008 to where you decided that let's get with the program?
I knew right then at that time that I needed to do something to better my life. And I started taking the initiative to actually put forth the effort to make that happen. That's the only way I know that I could become a better person. I have to start acting and stop just thinking about it. You have to put forth that effort.
I see the parole projects here. You planning on going to the parole project?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, and where are you gonna go after that? Or you just gonna see?
Well, I'm going to my sister's house in Bossier City, Louisiana.
Is that where any of this happened?
No, sir. It's happened actually in Shreveport. It's actually across the river.
Okay, Warden, you have any comments?
Mr. Freeman, he's been Class A trustee for us since 2011, as we spoke about. He did work at the horse lock for us for several years, and then he did some row crop work for us. And he went to school and got his horticulture certificate in 18, and institutional need brought him back inside the Camp F, where he continued to work in culinary. So his move from outside working in those jobs with less supervision had to do with him going to school, as opposed to any disciplinary, any problems that we were having with him. So he's done well with us for us at Camp F since he's come out of his school.
Thank you, Warden. I have no further questions.
Ms. Carrie Myers.
Yes, good morning, Kerry Myers, Louisiana Parole Project. We're here to support Mr. Thomas in his parole, provide him transitional support through our program. Well, he'll get the mentoring and the peer support that he needs after 30 years of incarceration. Mr. Thomas has certainly put forth the effort. He hasn't, as was noted, since 2008, 15 years now, he hasn't had a disciplinary infraction. There's no question that's when the light came on, and he recognizes that's, the maturity to kicked in, and he's earned horticulture degrees. He's taken substance abuse, anger management, living in balance, thinking for a change, victim awareness. He's, his trajectory has been nothing but up. He's got strong family support. We're here to give him the transitional support. We'll continue to case manage with him. Mr. Thomas is just an excellent candidate, and we ask this board to grant him parole today.
All right, we'll hear from Ms. Jacqueline Thomas. On mute.
I just messed up.
Okay,
Shoot.
hear you now. All right.
Okay, well, good morning. Yes, I'm Jacqueline Thomas. Thanks for the opportunity to speak on the behalf of my brother, Eric Thomas. Eric, you are my baby brother, but most of all, you are a child of God. We are proud of the things that you have accomplished in your life. We are grateful. We are so grateful for the faithfulness of God to be a part of this tremendous moment in your life. We pray that you never lose hope, that you never lose faith in God. This is only the beginning of what God has in store for you. Know that we love you. We are here to support you in whatever endeavor that you intend to accomplish for the rest of your life in many ways that we can. Be strong, be encouraged. Your sister Jacqueline. Love you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for your comment. We'll hear from Mr. Melvin now.
I was gonna
All right, we
let
got
my
you.
wife speak because I spoke on last time, so I want to give her an opportunity to
Okay, go ahead. That'd
go
be great.
ahead and express herself because they've been in close contact for a long time. So I want to just let her express herself to him.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you on behalf of myself and my late mother-in-law and late father-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Melvin and Ernestine Thomas. We are asking for Eric to be granted parole today. We believe that the changes that he has made, and he's on the upswing, even from the moment, the times that I've talked to him since I married into their family. I've seen so much growth and maturity where he has taken full responsibility for his actions, and just desires to have an opportunity to have some freedom so that he can grow more and become a productive citizen in society. We are here to assist him in whatever way that we can, not just monetary, not just through prayers and spiritual support, but also monetarily to help him to get back on his feet and to assist him any way possible navigating back into society. And we thank Mr. Myers and everyone that is even here in this case today. And we just pray for continued leniency. And we've been keeping Eric in our prayers, as well as the victim's family. And like Eric said today, it was senseless, but we thank God that God has been merciful to him. And so we just thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your comment. All right, Eric, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I was just basically like to say that I know that I did something to the Smith family that no family member, mother, father, child, sister, brother, whatever, should even have to experience happening to any one of their loved ones. And I'm extremely remorseful for what I did. So my life for the last some odd years, I've been doing everything that I can to make sure that I live out of respect and love, for making sure that the Smith family knows that I'm extremely remorseful for taking their loved one away from them. I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that I keep myself on the right track. And if I am granted release today, I assure you that the Lord Jesus Christ will continue to lead me to touch even more lives moving forward, so that no one would have to go in the wrong direction. I would like to be able to speak to, the younger generation, to keep them from doing something so senseless that I have done to this family. And I just thank everyone who's in support of me, to carry Mars and the Parole Project. I thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your comments.
I appreciate your time.
Now prepared to vote, Mr. Freeman?
Yes, I am. Okay, Mr. Thomas, I enjoyed your interview today. I think you've definitely made some changes in your life. I don't know what happened in 2008, but that definitely was a major turning point in your life. Due to the warden's comments and the parole project, my vote is to grant with a curfew from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. And the standard, let's get him evaluated, see if he needs any help. He did mention that he was drinking and smoking pot on the night this happened.
Ms. Renatza?
Mr. Thomas, I agree. My vote also is to grant. You have a low risk score, you have a good institutional record, positive remarks by the warden, and good family support. I grant for the condition upon the parole project transition plan with the same special condition Mr. Freeman mentioned. Goodbye.
We have two, to grant, also I'm gonna vote to grant your parole for the same reason, Stan, the work you've done, the time you've put in. You'll have a curfew from 10 p to 6 a. You have a substance abuse evaluation follow-up, and you talked a lot about mentoring and wanting to give back. I'd like you to do 6 hours a month of community service. Give back to the youth, at-risk youth, tell them, try to help somebody. So 3 votes to grant you. Today your parole's been granted. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
10:55 a.m. We'll adjourn at Louisiana State Penitentiary. Thank you, Ward.
Thank you.